University of Georgia student workers are valued for their flexible schedules that allow for the university to fill a variety of part-time positions on campus. Jens Starr, who has worked as a parking monitor on campus for over a decade, says that students didn't always play such a large role in transportation and parking services.
When I first started, I was not really even aware if they had student workers on campus. I did not ever encounter them. Here, it seemed like the first several years I worked, I didn't even hear about student workers existing.
Starr associates the shift to an increase in part-time roles to the passing of the living wage campaign that happened in 2006. Students and faculty urged the university to increase minimum hiring rates for full-time employees. Their efforts paid off, but the impact did not benefit temporary employees, so they still received significantly less.
They basically stopped hiring full-time workers unless they absolutely had to, at least for like the baseline position. But I am not actively aware of any full-time people being hired since that time. Based on how it shifted so hard and fast, right then, as soon as the payment shift happened, I had to assume that it was because they were being paid less.
Starr is one of the few full-time workers she encounters nowadays. Joe Foob says that the direction of the university to seek cheap labor instead of full-time hires is not beneficial to the community that would benefit from the work.
I mean, it's a way of undermining community workers. These workers are not reliant on these jobs to make a living, then pressure to pay a living wage is correspondingly less.
The interchangeability of student employees looking for a quick way to make money while in school is ideal to a university looking to get the most for the least. Starr says, since the 2000s, she's had plenty of work experience with students, some good, some bad, but it's what she's come to expect.
The current crop of student workers I have are a lot better than, I don't have any actual bad apples here, so I in general have had a positive experience with student workers, but I've also had, the occasional coworker who was an actual coworker being paid full time who was equally unwilling to do their job. So I would much rather have a student worker doing that than, an employee, an adult who really should know better.
Fu believes that with the right treatment, full-time employees at lower status jobs could promote a reliable workforce on campus.
In other words, I think every job is deserving of respect and dignity, and people who are employed in those jobs should be treated in that way and treated as professionals, and they will be. And I think if so, the performance can be expected to be better, rather than have some green person who's trying to make up on enthusiasm for what they lack in experience.
The university has a long way to go to show their support for all employees. Until then, student workers will continue to fill swing shift roles while the local community struggles to find living wages. This has been University of Georgia journalism student Lexi Elmore reporting.